Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today, we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about testosterone testing and what normal levels actually mean. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end, because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. ACT1, the setup here is something that should make you furious. You went to your doctor. You told them you feel exhausted. Your motivation is gone. Your drive in the gym disappeared. Maybe things in the bedroom are not what they used to be. They run a testosterone panel and tell you everything looks normal. You are within range, nothing to worry about. But what if I told you that reference range is a complete fabrication? What if the numbers your doctor calls normal were created using the blood of sick, obese, sedentary hospital patients? What if the real data shows that most men walking around today have testosterone levels their grandfathers would have found alarming at age 70? This is not conspiracy. This is published science, and the implications are staggering. The average American male testosterone level has dropped roughly 1% every single year since the 1980s. That means a 30-year-old man today has testosterone levels comparable to a 50-year-old man from his father's generation. We are in the middle of a masculinity crisis, and the medical system is telling men they are fine because they fall within a range that was designed to make almost everyone appear normal. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The reference ranges exist to prevent treatment, not to optimize health. And free testosterone is where this scam becomes criminal. ACT2, the science. Let us talk about what the research actually shows. A landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism tracked testosterone levels in American men over 2 decades. They found a population-wide decline that could not be explained by age, obesity, or lifestyle alone. Something environmental and systemic is crushing male hormones. But here's where it gets worse. Most labs set their testosterone reference range between roughly 250 and 1100 nanograms per deciliter. That sounds like a big window, right? The problem is that range was established using data from men aged 18 to 80, including diabetics, including the morbidly obese, including men on multiple medications. When researchers at Harvard looked at healthy young men with no medical conditions, the average testosterone was over 600. When they looked at men who reported optimal energy, mood, and function, levels clustered between 700 and 900. Your doctor is comparing you to sick people and calling it normal. Now let us talk about free testosterone, because this is where 90% of men get completely misled. Total testosterone is what most panels measure, but only about 2% of your testosterone is actually free and available to your cells. The rest is bound to proteins like SHBG and albumin. Here's the kicker. As men age, SHBG levels rise. This means even if your total testosterone looks acceptable, your free testosterone could be in the gutter. And free testosterone is what actually matters for muscle building, fat loss, mood, cognition, and performance. Most labs do not even measure free testosterone directly. They calculate it using formulas that are notoriously inaccurate. You could have a total testosterone of 500 with free testosterone so low you are clinically hypogonadal, and your doctor would never know. ACT3, how it works. Let me break down the mechanism so you understand exactly what is happening in your body. Testosterone is produced in your testes when your brain releases luteinizing hormone. Think of it like a thermostat. Your brain senses testosterone levels and adjusts production accordingly. But this system can be disrupted by stress, poor sleep, environmental chemicals, excess body fat, and aging. Once testosterone is produced, it enters your bloodstream, but it does not float around freely. Proteins grab onto it. SHBG binds testosterone tightly and makes it completely unavailable. Albumin binds it loosely so some can break free. Only that tiny fraction of truly free testosterone can enter your cells, bind to androgen receptors, and actually do the work. Think of it like money in your bank account versus money in your pocket. Total testosterone is your account balance. Free testosterone is the cash you can actually spend. A guy with 800 total testosterone but sky-high SHBG might have less usable testosterone than a guy with 500 total and low SHBG. This is why the standard testosterone panel is essentially useless for determining how you actually feel and function. It measures the wrong thing. ACT4, the protocol. So what do you actually do with this information? First, you need the right tests. Do not accept a basic testosterone panel. Demand total testosterone, free testosterone measured directly by equilibrium dialysis not calculated, SHBG, albumin, LH, FSH, and estradiol. This gives you the complete picture. Test in the morning. Testosterone peaks between 6 and 9 a.m. Testing in the afternoon can show levels 200 points lower and lead to misdiagnosis. If your results come back and your doctor says you are normal but your free testosterone is below 15 nanograms per deciliter, you have a problem regardless of what the reference range says. If your total is under 500 and you have symptoms, you have a problem. For natural optimization, start with the foundations. Sleep 7 to 9 hours in a cold, dark room. Resistance train with compound movements at least 3 times per week. Get your body fat below 20%. Eliminate processed foods and seed oils. Supplement with vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, and boron if deficient. If those interventions fail to move the needle after 3 to 6 months of consistent effort, it may be time to explore hormone optimization therapy with a physician who actually understands male health, not someone who will dismiss you because you fall within a garbage reference range. ACT5 week-by-week results if you implement proper testing in either natural optimization or medical intervention. Here's what the timeline typically looks like. Week 1 through 2, you may notice improved sleep quality and subtle mood shifts. Your body is beginning to respond. Week 4, you should feel increased morning energy and potentially improved gym performance. Motivation starts returning. Week 8, this is where most men report significant changes. Better body composition, stronger workouts. Mental clarity improves dramatically. Week 12, if your protocol is dialed in, you should feel like a different person. The brain fog lifts, drive returns, your body starts responding to training the way it should. The tragedy is that millions of men will never experience this because they trusted a reference range designed to keep them sick and untreated. The payoff: you now understand something that 90% of men and honestly most doctors do not grasp. The testosterone testing system is broken by design. Reference ranges are meaningless when they include sick populations. Free testosterone matters more than total. And the symptoms you are feeling are probably real even if your lab work looks normal. You are not crazy. You are not just getting older. You are not lazy. The science supports what your body has been telling you. And now you have the knowledge to advocate for yourself. The science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs it and tune in again for the next upload. See you then. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.